How are you feeling, by the way?
Excited?
Yeah?
Good? Yeah.
Okay. So are you buying into this whole plan? Good morning, Carissa.
Morning, Scott.
I'm meeting with Shannon today. She is a first-time home buyer. She's been putting in offers but having no luck. And I was hoping you could help us put some financing options together.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. We'll put some great options together in terms of advice for her.
That would be perfect. All right, Chris, I'll see you this afternoon.
Hi, Scott. I'm Shannon. Those are my dogs, Opal and Xander. We're stuck living at home with my parents. I work for Dog Guides Canada, and I've been trying to find my own place for about 3 years now. I've been offering on over 30 houses, and I haven't had any luck. Please help us. We really need our own space. I'm willing to try anything.
Good morning, Shannon.
Hello, Scott. Nice to meet you. This is super exciting.
Absolutely. Are you ready to go house shopping?
I am very, very ready.
You want to go inside?
Absolutely.
All right. Ooh.
I like how open this is.
Not bad. A good amount of space in here. A bit of a sprawling bungalow. It could use some layout changes and definitely some updates. You might want to consider doing like a Sagen insured mortgage. And that way you can buy it with a 5% down and you can keep some of your cash so that you can do upgrades like redoing the
floor,
floors,
the
railings, a paint job.
Yep.
All of those things are going to add value to the house, so you'll earn back your investment in equity. Are you planning on living alone for the next couple of years?
Most likely.
Another benefit to Sagen is that they have a homeowner assistance program. So if there was an interruption in your employment or if there was an illness, God forbid, they can support you through that time so that you don't default.
That's good to know about.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Whoa.
Look at what we have here. This is a big open space, not too bad. So there's an entrance to the front door, lots of big windows, a separate entrance at the back. Hear me out. Have you ever thought about you living in the income suite in the house that you buy and renting out the primary part of the house?
That's a smart way to make a little more income for something worth a little more. Rent the upstairs, live in a bachelor basement apartment.
Yes.
If it's just me and the dogs.
The upstairs has 3 bedrooms, which you don't really need. If you were living down here and renting out the upstairs, you'd be getting 2.5 times the amount of rent up there as you would down here. But here's the challenge, right? Properties that have potential to have a second unit, they do tend to sell a little faster. But the best thing that has been working in this market for me is something called a backup offer. When there's competing offers, typically the seller will take the highest bid, even though it's got lots of conditions.
Yep.
And then all the other bids go away once that offer's been accepted. Then you gotta come back and try one more time and say, listen, I understand you've accepted an offer. I'd like to offer you a backup offer. It's at a lower price, which is your price, but the conditions are better. And it's triggered, automatically triggered, if the first offer falls through. Yours is in play, the house doesn't have to go back on the market, the agent doesn't have to show it again. Everybody wins, especially you.
That's very clever.
You like that?
I love that idea.
In order to get the property, you're gonna need to speak to a financial advice expert.
Okay.
I spoke to someone this morning, Carissa. She's willing to meet with you if you've got a place that's convenient.
Yeah, absolutely. My parents' place isn't too far from here. It's where I live, so we can go there and I can introduce you to them and my dogs too.
Perfect, I'll tell her to meet us there.
All right.
Home sweet home. Oh my goodness.
Sweetheart.
These guys are fluffy.
They are. Hi, Mom and Dad.
Hello. So I hear we're trying to get one out of the house.
Yeah, there's a few
start.
too many here right now. It's a little crowded.
And obviously she brings her work home with her.
Yes.
Every day.
All
Very
day,
much.
every day. Sometimes there's more than 2.
Xander, do you do any tricks? Sit.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Somebody listens to me around here. Hey, Carissa.
I thought I heard you back here.
This is Shannon.
Hi,
Hello,
Shannon. Nice
Carissa.
to meet you.
We went to look at a property this morning.
Amazing.
Kind of getting some different ideas of what might be available in this market and what might make sense. Hopefully we can talk about some financing options so she can have a competitive advantage when putting offers in on properties.
Absolutely.
You can chat inside if you want to go in.
Yeah, sounds great.
All right,
Perfect.
let's go.
do it.
Perfect.
Come on, Xander.
So the goal now is to set you up with the right relationships, which is why Carissa is here from CIBC. What would be the first piece of advice you would give Shannon?
So when you're thinking about financing and financing options, you really want to start with mortgage affordability. That's where it starts. Something that you can check out on CIBC.com is our mortgage affordability calculator. You can put in different scenarios and you'll be able to see a clear picture of what some of your options are.
My sister's in a place where she's kind of thinking about investing in real estate too. How does financing work when two individuals are buying a house together?
Yeah, one of the things that, is good to consider and good to understand is the types of ownership. So there are typically, on a personal level, two types of property ownership. That's joint tenancy and tenants in common. So for joint tenants, it's a 50-50 thing, so 50-50 ownership. Tenants in common really depends on, if you're buying with one person, for example, the percentage of ownership is based on the percentage of investment. So, you want to think of it as a business partnership, really important to communicate, talk about finances, talk about your goals, what do you both want out of this property, and then getting professional advice. Surrounding yourself with a team of experts is really important, so whether that's expertise and advice or legal advice, taxation advice, real estate advice, to make sure that you're making the best decisions. And there's a lot of support out there.
Those 30 houses, forget about them.
Gone, out that window.
They were the wrong ones anyway.
Weren't for me.
Now you got a new relationship with Carissa at CIBC, and we have a new plan. Thanks, Carissa.
Thank you so much. Great to meet you.
All right, so let's work on getting you your next property. So how are you feeling?
Feeling pretty good.
Feeling better?
Feeling excited to move forward and start this again.
Obviously, you've had a lot of highs and a lot of lows looking
Yeah,
for real estate,
yeah.
but I'm hoping with the advice you got from Carissa at CIBC today, and from some of the experience that I've hopefully been able to help you learn from, now you've got a whole new toolbox when you go shopping for real estate. And on top of that, CIBC would like to give you $1,000.
Whole $1,000.
$1,000 to help you realize your
gosh.
ambitions,
That's amazing.
and you're set up for success.
Thank you.
You're very
so
welcome.
much.
All right, we'll talk to you soon as a homeowner.
Thank you so much. Bye.